let's talk about some of your singleton missions.
So the first one, I had to go back into Tora Bora because I had been there. The premise of going back into Tora Bora is there was a guy who supposedly him and his sons brought bin Laden out. Right? They escorted him into Pakistan. Right? And then the goal was find him. So I had to go out alone. I was out for days, taxis, trucks, hitchhiking, whatever you want to call it. I get to the area. I had a Kent cigarette bag with a fucking, a Super 8 VHS. I think it was Super 8, or maybe been 6 mil at that time, but 8 or 6 mil like cassettes in the little recorder. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. In a Kent cigarette bag and like a sat phone. And I just fucking took a cab out of Jalalabad towards Tora Bora Mountains and hitchhiked all the way till I got there.
All by yourself?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then...
I mean, how the fuck do you blend in?
You wear Savage stuff.
And that worked?
Yeah.
No terp, no nothing.
Just shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? You just shut the fuck up. Yeah, and then, like, I had to act retarded at a couple of the checkpoints, you know what I mean? Like, got the AK to the chest, and, it's like, if I open my mouth, I'm dead. So that's not an option, you know what I mean? And then I just figured I'd mongoloid voice at volume 11, so the guy's like, la 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 la. I'm like, rah, 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 rah. And the guy's like, get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? Like, and that's how I got through the checkpoints, and that's how I got the assault force through all those checkpoints as well.
I mean, your adrenaline had to be going 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah. I would say this is any guy or girl who was abused as a kid can control that really well, right? Because you're going to get beat by dad when he comes home drunk, right? So it's always about controlling that. I think anyone who's been abused could handle those situations just fine,
How did you get picked for this?
Yeah, I was in Asadabad. It's where I was stationed, and we were doing like all the northern valleys, like the Korangal Valley. Like I've been in there with just 2 fucking guys. We didn't have no problem until I seen that Restrepo movie. You know what I mean? And I was like, I didn't even know that place was dangerous. I also used to drive through Ramadi by myself all the time while people were getting hung on bridges. But yeah, I think in Afghanistan, man, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if I have any words to describe it.
I mean, did you volunteer for it or?
I didn't know I could say no. I didn't volunteer. So in Asadabad, basically one day we ran out of beef jerky and Pop-Tarts. I like them Pop-Tarts. You know what I mean? Like I eat them brown sugar Pop-Tarts. You just keep them coming. Everything will be fucking fine. So like, we're eating like fucking vegetables and like fucking goat on the local economy in Asadabad. And I went to my boss like, yo, we're the fucking depot, man. You know what I mean? I know in Bagram, they got more fucking beef jerky than they could ever fucking eat. They got all the pogie. Like, let me go fly back, fill my truck and bring it back. And my boss is like, schedule those airplanes, do whatever the fuck you want. I was like, got it. So I did all the coordinations. Next night, fucking Chinook comes in, drive in it alone on my Toyota truck, flies me to Bagram. I get out at Bagram. I drive to the chow hall, to my squadron guy, and I'm like, yo, and then the squadron cook, always make that guy your best friend. I'm like, yo, fill my truck, man. We ain't got shit in Asadabad. He's like, oh, yeah, I got you. And then I see Dalton Fury and the sergeant major for him, and they were like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, stealing fucking pogie from the chow hall. What does it look like I'm doing here? Like, you know what I mean? And they're like, you want to go on a mission? I was like, have you asked my boss? And they're like, we will. And I was like, yeah, I'll go on a mission. What is it? Right? And they're like, come this way. Right? And then, so they want me to go out alone. And the reason I had to go out alone is the general at the time said, we could only hit targets if there's US eyes on. But you can't leave the wire. So when I came to Bagram, technically my status was in transit. So they kept me in transit through the whole mission. And then when I got back, they showed the video, US Eyes On, and they launched.